Hello and welcome back to Mr. Holloway's Math. So today we are going to talk about ratios and rates. Ratios and rates. Most specifically, we're going to talk about that worksheet that starts off as 9 inches of snow in 6 hours. So before we start talking about that, the previous video talked a lot about ratios. I think we beat that horse down. But rates is very important. And now there is a specific term that we are actually talking about, and that is unit rate. Okay? And this is how you save money. So let's say we go to, I don't want to throw anything out there and get copyrighted. Let's say we go to that wall store, right? And at wall store, they always have those Cokes by the side of the register. And I always get my favorite, which is it's that bright green bottle, the diet version of it. I'm horrible at drawing, so let's just go with a cup. And we'll pretend like it's a bottle. Here, I'll put a little bottle cap on top of it. Okay, so that bottle of the diet bright green drink is usually somewhere around $1.50. Some places are $2, I get it, but generally it's $1.50. But if you go into the store a little bit deeper, they'll actually sell you a 6-pack of those same bottles for $2.50. Okay. So now there are 3 things I need you to know. We got to pause this subject and move on to 3 things I need you to know. And if you're taking notes on your note sheets, write these down on the tic-tac-toe sheet. Okay. First thing, money over anything. I don't care what you're doing. If it's 7th grade math, the ratio has money on top. Guaranteed. Okay. Next thing, miles over gallons. Always. They want to know miles per gallon. Nobody cares about gallons per mile. It will always be miles per gallon. Miles on top. This actually gets into distance over capacity for later in life, but it will always be represented like this. The other thing is you will always have anything else over time. Okay. So if it's an hour per hour, hours goes on bottom. Okay. So now that we have those 3 things, what are we dealing with here? We are dealing with something and money. So we put money on top. And I have 6 of my magic go-go juice. Okay. I say go-go juice because it's high in caffeine. Okay. Now, if I wanted to know how much for one, what do I need to do? I need to find a per unit, right? We've kind of been doing this already. But all I got to do is set up my ice cream cone and my ice cream and do the long division. So if I do long division, I get 6 on the outside. Mine goes into $2.50. Now, how many times does 6 go into 2? Very careful. You must line up your numbers. You must line up your decimals. So go ahead and put the 0 there. Recognize I have a decimal. Because there's a decimal on the bottom, I have to put a decimal on the top. Now I'm ready to ask the question. How many times does 6 go into 25? Well, that would be 4. 4 times 6 is 24. Drop down, bring down my 1 because I subtracted, and the 0 comes down. 6 goes into 10 one time. 1 times 6 is 6. Bring it down. Gives me a 4. Bring down my 0. 6 goes into 40. How many times does 6 go into 40? 6 times 6 is 36. 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Okay. Now I'm dealing with money, right? So This 6 is going to drive my pennies to round up. So my bottles in a 6-pack are 43 cents each. Do you know why the ones at the cash register are $1.50? You are paying $1, and in this case, 7 cents. Yeah, $1.07 for refrigeration. It's a lot of money to have a cold soda. Me, personally, I'm the guy that will walk to the back of the store, grab a warm one, bring it up to the front, and yank it off the 6-pack to drink that in the car on the way home. So this is why it's important. We want to save money, okay? So let's go on ahead and get a little bit of this out of the way. And let's take it to the next step, okay? So we have 11 batteries cost $23. So 11 batteries cost $23. Okay, so what is my rule over here for this? Money over anything. So I'm going to put $23 over 11 batteries. And now I want to find my per unit rate. So I'm going to divide. And because Mr. Holloway is a creature of habit, I'm going to draw my ice cream. I know that 11 goes outside the freezer. 23 goes inside the freezer. How many times does 11 go into 23? 2 times. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times the other 1 is 2. And now I subtract 1. And I put my decimal, and I put my decimal. Then I have a 0, and I can bring it on down. How many times does 11 go into 10? It doesn't. 0. That would be times 0. Subtract. Add another 0, and bring it on down. 11 goes into 100. Well, that'd be 9. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 1 is 9. And then I'm going to subtract. And that gives me 1. And I now see a pattern because I need 2 more zeros to bring it down. And that would give me a 0 and a 9. So I see the pattern. Because I see the pattern, I can actually stop. And I can do that. 2.09, repeating. That being said, this is dealing with money. So I would accept either 2.09, repeating, or stop hitting that button, $2.09, because nobody has an itty bitty piece of a penny. They just don't exist. Okay? That is one of those problems on the worksheet. Hopefully this helps you see how we worked it through. Just really, truly write this down and remember, this is where you're going to get messed up most of the times. Money over anything, miles over gallon, anything else over time. If you remember those 3 setups, you should be good. Everything else is just long division. So, hey, thank you for joining us. Hopefully this helped. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you get notifications when I make a new video. And I'll see you in class tomorrow.